friends, welcome back to Automation Tech Guru. In this video, we will see how we can create a new test project or choosing the different template using C#.NET. So in this part 2.2, we will see how we can create a new test project and using choosing the C#.NET project template using Visual Studio 2022 with the SpecFlow test project with Selenium. So let's begin how we will do that. So now what we can do, we can open the Visual Studio and create a test project using SpecFlow. So we will open the Visual Studio 2022 and we'll create a new project. So we will click on this, and here you have some project template. So you need to choose the project. This is the project, that is the SpecFlow project, and when you go to next, you can just change the name of the project, that Selenium SpecFlow with Selenium project. And if you want to change the location, you can browse location and change it. And if you want to place a solution and project in different directly, then uncheck this, and now you can create. So when you create this, you will you have to select the framework as well as the test framework. So which test framework you want to use with this project? So you can use NUnit, you can use XUnit, or you can use MSTest. So after selecting the NUnit, you can see the project is created, and you can see here, and these are the dependencies which is required for this. So these are the packages: Fluent Assertion, Microsoft.NET Test.SDK, then NUnit 3 test adapter, then SpecFlow.NUnit and SpecFlow plugin. And then you can see the feature. This is the feature file, and this is the step definition. So if you want to change the feature file, you can just change the feature file name. So what we can do, we can just change for the Selenium. So Selenium, and the same we will change here also. So this feature is changed to Selenium, and also we can change the step definition. So this will change for the Selenium. And what we can do, we need to create a scenario. So what we can do, we just need to add one scenario for the Selenium purpose. So what we can do, we just open an URL using Selenium web driver, and then given I'm having a URL, and we will pass the URL here, like you can pass https, then www.google.com. Open URL and search. So we can change anything here and search. Given I'm having a URL, when I search for tag group, then result should be displayed. So this will be the test case. Now what we need to do, we need to create a step definition for this. So here, if you go to the define steps, so it's saying that it's already defined. So once what we can do, we can remove all the steps from here, whatever is there, right? We don't need those calculated related. calculator related, so we remove it, and now you can see all is removed. Now what we can do, we can just build the solution because we haven't built it. So now you can see these are the new, all the new scenarios is created. Now what we can do, we can define the steps. So we can right click on it and then define and copy to the clipboard, and we should paste it here. And then again, if I we just need to just change something to it. So if I build it again, then it should be binded correctly. So now you can see this is bind. If you go F12, so it is navigating to it, then F12 for this also. So all is created. Now what we need to do, we need to go to this URL, we need to search for this and then get the result. Before that, we need to add the Selenium on it. So for that, what we need to do, we need to right click on it and open this manage NuGet package. So we will add the Selenium here. So search for the Selenium because we need a Selenium WebDriver, and just browse for it. So you need to just install this selenium.support. Now it is installed. So if you go to it, it is coming as a Selenium support and Selenium WebDriver both. Now what we need to do, we need to add the WebDriver browser driver. So we will add the Firefox or Gecko driver. So we need to search for the Gecko driver. Okay, before that we need to add the extension also. So go to the manage extension and we need to search for the Selenium SpecFlow for the this is already installed. So I think it should allow us to install the drivers. We can search for the Chrome driver. Will it allow us to do that? Yes, Chrome is coming. Selenium.chrome. So Selenium.firefox. Yeah, this is coming. So we need to add this selenium.firefox.webdriver, or you can also use this selenium.gecko driver. So this we will add. Now you can see uh, this driver is added to it, Firefox driver. Now so we have added these two things. Now we will work in the step definition. So here what we can do, before this what we can do, we can create driver and driver equal to, or just a driver, we can create a variable driver dot null, and this we will add here. So we need to add the sorry, it will be a web driver. Yes. So this is the initialization for it. And now what we can do, we can write here driver equal to new Firefox driver, new Firefox. So it will ask for this. It is not there. So using QA Firefox, or you can use this one also. So for this you can use here using QA, and this also we can use using openqa.selenium.firefox. That's it. So now this is used. Now what do we need to do? We need to use the driver dot go to driver dot navigate, and in this go to URL, and we can pass the URL which is coming from this .com, right? So this will be a URL. I think this is just a URL. So we need to modify this also, because we want is a as a parameter. So it will be like dot star, and here we will pass the URL. So this will be a string URL, and then we can pass this as a URL which we need to navigate, and then driver dot we navigate to it. Now in the next method, what we need to do, we need to search for, and that search for is term also will come as a parameter. So here what we can do, we just need to use this dot star, and here the search term, and then we need to find so what we can do, we can use the Firefox driver here, and since we are just going to this URL only, this is the URL, and google.com, we need to open it. Now we came to this, and we need to find the XPath for this text box. So here if you see, this is basically a title search. We can use this as a XPath. So what we can do, we can here driver dot find element and find by dot XPath, or and in XPath what we can do, we can put this as a search type or title type. So here what we can have, it is coming from the div, right, text area. So text area double slash text area, and then in the bracket, in the square bracket, you can have the rate title equal to search, and then this will be closed, and this will come in a element or text, so variable text. Now this will be a text, and then text dot send keys, and we can pass the value to this. So this will be send keys, and here you can pass the search term, whatever term you are using, and then we need to click on the button. So after searching, you need to click on the Google search, this button. So this is a input. Again, we need to create one variable. Variable is not required, we directly click on it. So here what we can do, we can have the XPath is value is Google search. So I will put this as a input, and inside this we can paste this as a value is Google search. Okay, so this is done. Now we can click on it. Okay, now these two is completed. After this, what we need to do, we need to search what we need to search, we need to search the automation tech guru. So you will find this. So the result should be displayed. So how we can verify this? Just see this about whatever is amount is coming, we can just search for it. Result state dev id is equal state is true. Or if you go inside, it should have the about. So what we can do, we can again paste this. Sorry, we just copy this and result. So this variable will be result, and here we will have the id, and id is saying as result state. So inside this we can pass the result state and result dot text. So we can print this console dot write line, and then sorry, we will just print this. Okay, so now it will print the result. So this is done. Let's just try to run this. So we will build this, and we'll go to the text and open the text explorer. So you can see here this is the Selenium test. Open URL and we will search for it. So let's try to run it. So it is saying that cannot start driver service. So basically we have added a wrong Selenium driver. So I think we need to remove this one. So what I can do, I just go to the install and I remove it. Firefox. So I just uninstall this, and then what we can do, we can install the Gecko driver. This is the actually correct one. So you have this. So yeah, we need to install this one, Gecko driver. So this will not change any code. It just the driver got changed. So you have this. Now you can close, and if you see in this also nothing got changed. So what we can do, we can just clean the solution and then rebuild the solution. Now it is done. Now we can run this. So let me run this again. So now you can see it is launching it, and it search for the automation tag group. But I think this button it is not searching for it, so it will fail. The element is not getting. Okay, what we can do, uh, we need to modify. We just use this not required this double quotes, just the automation tag group, and in the result here we are finding with this. Okay, so I think if you go back, and the search button is not getting right. So this search button basically is a value, input value, and what we have used here, yeah, it is input value only. Or we can use the role button. Simply we can use the type submit or role button, or type submit. We can use the type submit. So instead of this, we can use this type submit, because the result error is coming because of this only. If you see, this is the error, right? And it is actually not searching for it. See, name is button and type is could not be scrollable. So let's run it again and we'll see. Close it, and then it will reopen. I think this button is different. Okay, again the error. So what we can do, we just search for it here. Automation, control a copy. If we paste this, and then we will find this button. Now the button change, I think. So this again the button is same, or what we can do, instead of searching for it, we can enter. So finding element, this is for search, right? What we can do here, we can just enter text dot send keys, and we can pass the keys dot enter. Yes, now we'll try this also. Run this. So it is launching, going to it, search for it, and then enter. So now you can get the result, and your test case got pass. It is still failing. Oh, because the result set is still not coming. So this the unable to locate this result tab, this one. So again we need to inspect this element. What is this actually element? This is div id. Oh, it is a div id. Yeah, we can result state. We have the same, right? Actually this is a div id. So what you can do, use the XPath only, and here what we can do, we can have the slash div and slash div. In the bracket you can put the @id equal to, in the single quote you can pass this single quote and close the this. Let's see if it is giving something. So search for it, enter. I still have the error. Div id. It is given, then why it is not working here? Here you can see it is giving one element. Over here it is not working. Or we need to put some weight here. So what we can do, we can use thread dot sleep. In this we can put 5000, and here after this, or what we can do, we can add the scenario, before scenario, after scenario. So uh, we can have the method after scenario, and public after public void after scenario. And in this what we can do, we can just put the driver dot close, so it will close the browser. Now let's run one more time. Now, so basically it is not giving the weight. So after using this wait, after using this thread.sleep, right, it allows us to go to that page. That page was not fully loaded. That's why we were getting this error. So this is the basically create one project with the Selenium, and we have added Selenium DLL, Selenium support, and Selenium WebDriver, and other it's already coming with the SpecFlow and NUnit project. In this video, we have seen how we can create a test project, how we can add the Selenium WebDriver and Firefox WebDriver, and how we can execute the test scenario using the Text Explorer with the SpecFlow BDD test case. So I hope you like my video. Please like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.